Namaskar, please. Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarva Vangmayam Aharyam Chandra Taradi Tam Namo Satvikam Shivam Mushika Vahana Modaka Hasta Chamarakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshwara Putra Vigna Vinayaka Pada Namaste Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. So yesterday in the last class, we were talking about the Jatiswaram. We talked about the Ragamalika Jatiswaram in Mishra Chaputalam. We talked about the Jati, the Swara, and you could see how when you choreograph for a Jati, it's very different from how you choreograph for a Swara pattern, because the whole approach is very different. In the Jati, it is the Shollu which is becoming the most important aspect, and how you translate the Shollu or you do a counter rhythm to the Shollu. But in the Swara, it becomes more complicated, little more care has to be taken to see that the cadence of the Swara is maintained. But there is definitely, to any raga or to any melody, there is a certain mood, there is a certain character to it. That also has to be taken into account. And of course, the Swara, what is the pattern in the Swara, to first decipher that and then to fix the choreography or the movement to match the Swara or to counter it, yet not spoil it in any way. It should meet somewhere, it need not meet elsewhere. But still it has to have a, that doesn't mean you all the time just translate the Swara pattern only. You have to learn to also deviate from the Swara pattern, because that's how the dance element is introduced. Otherwise it's just, just goes as the Swara goes, which doesn't make it very interesting. So you need to also make it interesting by adding other elements. Any questions here at this point between the Jati and the Swara? If there is any kind of question you have based on what we did yesterday, if there is any question.
Akka, in the approach to Nritta, the pure dance, when we compose for a Jati and when we compose for a Swara, is there anything that we need to keep in mind in terms of the choreography and the use of rhythms for a Jati as opposed to a choreo for a Swara?
There are no hard and fast rules as such, I would say, except that I think there's a little more freedom in when you do a Swara, because Jati has a certain ta, kita, taka, jump, ta, means there is a structure to it. You can't counter it too much, in a sense. It's better that it looks nice when you do Adavu to match the bowl or this. But in Swara, you have much more liberty to kind of, fix whatever you feel is the predominant kind of a thing. Again, when you come to Swara, where is the Swara is very important. Whether it's the Swara of the Jati Swaram, or is the Swaram of the second half of the Varnam, or you are taking Swara just to kind of play around the theme. So what is the Swara being used for is very, very important. Again, even in the Jati Swaram, what is beautiful is how you approach it for the Pallavi and how you approach it to the for the Charanams is again, a kind of a challenge, because in the first part, in the Pallavi, you just have one line which is being repeated. So, you are kind of trying to go more deeper and see how much you can innovate within that one line and create patterns. And you also bound by the fact that the avartanams should not be too long.
Right.
So you work within certain constraints. That's where the challenge is also. That within those constraints, how do you create fresher patterns, newer patterns? And then in the second half, of course, the music dictates more than anything else. As we will now take for example, the Kannada Jatiswaram, which is in Adi Talam, my favorite of Dandai Padipalli sir's compositions, because I think this is musically extremely rich. So the way he's treated Da, he's treated Pa, then he's treated Sa in the second half, each has a very different, and particularly I think maybe he's visualized the chorways and then kind of done the patterns, because it seems so apt to translate into dance. So it's fun to do this. It was very, when I learned it also, it was great fun, because to learn first the music and then to do the dance, it matched so beautifully the choreography. And of course I revisited it for performance, and again further went closer to the music pattern. And in fact one or two adavus we even created to match the movements. Adavus is too heavy a word. Movements we created so that it matches that particular place, which of course we will try and show how that matching happens. And when you dance, you feel so wonderful when that matching happens. So I guess these are some of the things that the Jatiswaram, that's why I feel sometimes very sad that the Jatiswaram has gone out of the performance repertoire, because I feel this is one piece where there is so much to offer in terms of pure dance, Nritta, and so much can be done. And many times I feel fresh Jatiswarams are not being written also. We need many more Jatiswarams to be added to the performance repertoire, because I feel even in a group it lends itself very well, because I feel we've done it in a group, and we feel it works very well to bring out the Nritta aspect of the dance, because in a Varnam it's again kind of fractured. Abhinaya comes in between, so it's not a continuous Nritta piece, and then you have only the Tillana as a continuous Nritta piece. So as a continuous Nritta piece, this I think really showcases the beautiful patterns possible in dance. And maybe in future we get back to the Jatiswaram pattern again. And
when we are choreographing a jati or a swaram, as you said that there has to be some sense of music when we choreograph for a swaram. How can we develop that sense of music?
It's the most intangible aspect of the dance, of the approach, which is very difficult to teach. I think the more you hear, the more you associate with Carnatic music, and it becomes very familiar. That's why even in the Adavu class, when people are doing the warm-ups, I prefer to play music. So that familiarity is the first level. Second level is, if you learn, of course it's very good. Then you understand the flow of the music better. You know what will follow what. You know the kind of route it will take. Everybody cannot be musicians. Everybody can't be singing. But that sense of what will follow what and what is linked to what, that even if you don't know the technicality of the music, you must understand the flow, as I say. So if you understand the flow, the dance will also then reflect that flow, that you understand it. You can easily tell when the person is dancing whether he is understanding the music and dancing or just mimicking a certain choreography. You can even tell it could be even a bend of the head which takes the nuance of the music. You can tell that the girl has got it, or the boy has got it. So I feel that understanding, if it comes, then you're automatically more involved with the dance. That's all, which then reflects in the ultimate culmination of the rasa. See, the whole idea is all this has to ultimately culminate into a beautiful experience, which has to be, call it elevating, call it joyous, call it whatever, So for that, I think all the ingredients is what we are working on now. What are those ingredients? I think music for dance cannot be, how much ever I emphasize, it's not good enough, because music is the, as I always say, the foundation on which everything is floated. So I feel that understanding and listening to more, much more helps. Because when you go to a kacheri, for example, they sing a kirtanam, which is the set part, and then there is the manodharma swara, which is strung. If you hear a lot of those swara patterns which is sung as manodharma, you know what will follow what. Supposing they do a tihai, and the first tihai you catch, you know the second, third what will be, the progression. So that intelligence and that antenna had to be kept sharp to catch the first tihai in the first time. Then you very automatically you know what is going to come in terms of the swara in the second, because the pattern you know. So that is how I had learnt going to kacheris and listening to a lot of manodharma swaras. Then you know the pattern, how it will go. So I think that aspect needs to be also kind of, children must understand that listening to music is a very important aspect of also. It's not just classroom learning alone, but going to concerts, listening to a lot of Carnatic music also is a great help when it comes to, as you said, how do you develop that, sensitivity to the swara, and how do you actually embark on that journey of being able to compose for a swara.
Also, because on stage, when you have live musicians singing for you, they are also improvising.
Correct.
On the spot. So to be able to make a connect with them and to be able to understand how the vocalist will take the pattern and then react to that. When we are dancing to recorded music, it's a different thing.
Yes.
Because you remember somewhat. यहाँ पे ये आलाप था, यहाँ पे ये बोल की थी. But otherwise.
See, there are 2-3 things to this. This is a very interesting subject and my very favorite subject to talk about. One thing is, in the class itself, the teacher must sing. If she is teaching to recorded music, the same thing is going to be played over and over again. You think this is it. So when another musician comes and sings the same phrase, and even in a little different way, you will say, "Ye kya hua?" So if the teacher is singing, obviously she is going to create variations every day. The way we sing in the class, each of you sings, all of us try and sing. So if that variation is already established while teaching in a class, that one line can be sung in so many different ways, and every class you're going to sing it differently. So when you sing it differently, automatically the body doesn't freeze when you hear a different pattern or the body will continue, and you might want to experiment in a different way, but you don't freeze. I've seen actually children freezing when a new musician comes, because they find it so difficult to understand what's happening, to kind of decode the new pattern. So I think that's the basic thing where we need to sing in the class. There is no getting away from that. Then when a senior musician comes to accompany you, then I think rehearsals have to be much more. So that at least 4 rehearsals, you know where and when she is going to, how much she is going to flex at a certain point and how much she is going to take. But it takes very many years of coordination between, because I see some of my musicians have been singing for me for maybe 10 years. And when a senior dancer comes and sees, she can see that connect. And she says, and I've seen many people say, the same singer will sing for me and it will work out like that. No, it won't. It's not just the dexterity of the musician or the dexterity of the dancer. It's the combine and the connection that happens over a period of time, where she understands the music of the musician and she understands the dance of the dancer. So it then becomes kind of, each other's expression. That takes a long time. That's why in many dancers, senior dancers, if you see, Padu Akka, for example, her sister-in-law Shamla Akka used to sing. And it was like Padu Akka's voice. She was so intertwined with the dance. And they stayed in the same house, so they could practice like hours on end, So that kind of a synergy happens. Many senior dancers you see, you can't imagine the dancer dancing without that musician. So I guess, that happens, and that's when great work happens. So that you have to be lucky to be able to get a musician like that and who's completely, with you trying to create. And also it helps when the musician is there to create while the creation happens. Rather than end up right in the end, or you are created with somebody and you are actually recreating that in another musician, then it gets another flavor because he brings his skill basket in. So I have seen the same piece which I worked with one musician. When I actually work with other musicians, the piece changes. It changes character, you know, it changes, it becomes that musician's then input that comes in. And so dance has so many parameters within which it works, you know. Mridangist changes, then also there is a change in the way, if it's a very aggressive mridangist, the dancer competes, has a tendency to compete with the mridangist, you know, and you say, acha wo itte jor se mara, I'll be more than that, you know. So that kind of a thing. And if it's a mellow kind of a player, then you know, you also take it easy and you also. So these things with experience, I think, and it's good if you react to the musicians and not be immune to whatever they play, I'm going to dance this way. Then that is like a corpse dancing, you know. Where is the soul? You have to react. That interaction and that feedback has to be there for dance to become alive. Otherwise, you may as well dance to recorded music. What is the advantage of a live musician? Live music. Live music is that team, and from that team, what emerges each particular day. Every musician has good days, bad days. Dancer has good days, bad days. When the dancer is not so good, then the musicians package her in such a way that they take her forward. Same way, when the musician is having a bad day, the dancer covers up, and that's how the team works. And that's why live music is so important to dance. Though it's become a luxury today, it's important. It's very important. That's when creation can happen and you can move ahead within the same piece and for newer pieces, both. Within the same piece, to find depths in the same piece, you have to have musicians with you. Otherwise, how do you actually explore? You know? So those things are definitely there. So we now come to a Jati Swaram. The first line is sa sa ni pa ma pa ga ma re sa ni sa re ga ma da ni sa sa ni pa ma pa ga ma re sa ni sa re ga ma da ni sa sa ni pa ma ba ni ba ga ma re sa ni sa re ga ma da ni sa sa ni pa ma pa ga ma re sa ni sa re ga ma da ni. This is the basic phrase of the Jati Swaram. And then of course we have the first Jati, which is a very traditional Jati, but we'll try and see how we can tak gadi gadi jam ta di takunta ri kukun sa ni pa ma pa ga ma re sa talang kutakata dikita tom tak gadi gadi jam ta di takunta ri kukunta dikita takata gadi gadi jam ta di takunta ri kukunta dikita takata gadi gadi jam ta takunta ri kukunta dikita takata gadi gadi jam ti takunta ri kukunta dikita takata gadi gadi jam ta tata gadi gadi jam ti rak gadi jam ta gadi jam ta di kradakadarigadom targadom rak gadi jam ta gadi jam ta di kradakadarigadom targadom rak gadi jam ta gadi jam talangkuta kradakadarigadom targadom ta kradakadarigadom targadom ta kradakadarigadom targadom sa. So this is the basic Jati. Now word to word, if you were to do, how would you visualize the choreography? Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kitataka. Sneha, you get up. Let's see how you approach this. No. Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kitataka. This is the phrase. Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukun. Why left?
Because I did left here and so automatically I. Because I did
Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. Again you're doing then.
then so
यहाँ पे तो फिर भी आएगा ना. So better to do right. 1 2 3 4. Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka taka gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. Some other pattern? Just for this one phrase. Tak gadi gadi jam. But it has to be strong adavu because this is the first jati you are doing. So in this, you know, one can't kind of one, two, three, four. Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. नहीं takuntari kukuntari में राउंड वाउंड नहीं चलता.
so the
आपने आप बोल सोचो. मैं I'm not going to tell you. Ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. Tak gadi gadi jam ta. 1 2 3 4. Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka taka gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. You think takuntari kukuntari works with a jump?
it's seen strain. And it's too soon.
Too soon for a jump. So these things you have to see. See, many a times I feel today's dance, people are there to prove a point. You know, see how much of stamina I have, see how much I can, how fast I can dance. But I think at the end of the day, does that add up to anything? We have to see. Does that approach really add up to something, a unique experience or something that, and everything I feel has to have repeat value, which I always keep saying. Why was it that Balamas Krishnani Begne was remembered so much? No? You associate certain items with some people and you wouldn't mind seeing them over and over again. That's because there were so many nuances that you must have missed in the last time which you want to catch the next time you see it. If that kind of nuancing is not there, then dance is a one-time experience. Ek baar, once you see the person, then you don't have to go back and see the person. So there has to be something that is so strong and so wonderful that you want to experience it again. So not in this context, and this is just off the this thing. I'm just saying that it has to be something also which sits easily, which looks good, and at the same time is grammatically strong. So there are a lot of elements that can you have any something in mind? Come. One, two, three, four. Tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka taka gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. ये क्या हुआ kita taka? Kita taka. Why is the problem? Or then you have to keep the hand there only, which is very difficult because the conditioning is there of bringing the hand back and taking it. So boy, it should have a flow and continuity. And ideally this tak gadi gadi jam, because again the phrase tak gadi jam is going to come in the jati. See, tak gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka tata gadi gadi jam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka tak gadi gadi jam ta takuntari kita taka tata gadi gadi jam tai takuntari kita taka tak gadi gadi jam ta tata gadi gadi jam tai. this point maybe you should use this adavu, because then it connects with the next one easily. That's the korappu happening, no? Taggadi gadijam is the basic phrase. So in the beginning it's better to use what I had used when I did it. Taggadi gadijam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita takata taggadi, very traditional. Not teha tehi tehum data. 1 2 3 4 taggadi gadijam ta. See the lines in that, clean lines. Taggadi gadijam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita takata taggadi gadijam ta di takuntari kukuntari kita taka. Okay, just options I'm telling you. Then after that what happens? Taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka. The di goes, है ना? Taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka. सोचो. See, all they need not be this na. Taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka.
Do we still have to respect the gap?
Ideally, the traditional approach is with the gaps. We'll see if we want to change the gaps later, but
Can I try something?
1 2 3 4 taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka taggadi gadijam tai takuntari kita taka. See, fracturing an adavu has become quite common now. Earlier we never used to not do an incomplete adavu. But I guess with these kind of changing times and different choreographies, it is. Anybody else wants to do anything? 1 2 3 4 taggadi gadijam ta takuntari. gadijam complete क्यों कर रही है? taggadi gadijam ta, ये है ना? taggadi gadijam, gadijam वापस लेके आएगी. ठीक है, 1 2 3 4 taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka. Good. So takuntari kita taka, you got another thing. Takuntari kita taka rather than takuntari kita taka. The same gap you are filling, which is nice. Takuntari kita taka. This is good. Though I personally don't know whether this is fitting there. Taggadi gadijam is, you normally give a gap there, na? Taggadi gadijam, है ना?
Like in the other one.
Ta gadijam ta, you can sit. Taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka taggadi gadijam tai ye takuntari kita taka. This looks better than the beating of the foot. Any other example for this? See, we are just using this as a medium of saying what can work and what sometimes cannot work, you know. So that feel of how to make you kind of understand what works and what doesn't work, you know. Many times you just fill in as and when adavus come to you. One has to be but judicious as to what works and what cannot. 1 2 3 4 taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka taggadi gadijam tai. ये तो बड़ा इजी हो गया. taggadi gadijam 1 2 3 4 taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka taggadi gadijam ta takuntari kita taka taggadi gadijam tai takuntari kita taka.
If we try filling it up,
Not as yet. Do that later maybe. Then after this, the next phrase goes to taggadi gadijam taggadi gadijam tai, which is you can do whatever, either this adavu, which is a traditional adavu, or tak gadi gadi jam ta, tata gadi gadi jam tai, taiya, tak gadi gadi jam ta, tata gadi gadi jam tai. Bring it back, tak gadi gadi jam ta, tata gadi gadi jam, double क्यों कर रही है? tak gadi gadi jam ta, taiya taiyit tai, 1 2 3 4, tak gadi gadi jam ta, tata gadi gadi jam tai, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam, tat di now, tat di, traditional tat di is ta di. 1 2 3 4, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, which is the traditional way of doing it. 1 2 3 4, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, that gap, tarikadatom, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam. Gaps have to be very clearly understood. What is the gap? Then 1 2 3 4, gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom. Ab right left has to be fixed. If you do the first one dititai right, then the second one, see that visually one has to fix all the time. 1 2 3 4, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom. Each is doing a different foot.
What is coming naturally is both the same foot.
No, I think right, left, left. 1 2 3 4, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, tak gadi jam. हाँ natural तो वही है. 1 2 3 4, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam, talankuta. So now it's a talankuta. When you say, you're not saying tak gadi. Last time always last in the tihai, the last part always we try and make it with a flourish, the end. So normally if you do the same thing, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam, ta di, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, it might not have the same punch. So talankutak, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom. Okay.
That's why we are using the jump
In the end, the jump. 1 2 3 4, tak gadi jam, tata gadi jam, talankutak, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, ta, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom, ta, kadaka tarikadatom, tarikadatom. Okay.
Is there any other way to do talankuta instead of this?
We'll do that in the next class. So, can we do the namaskar and continue the same jati in the next class?